Private Fight Fans, Paul Miles from Mid-Atlantic MMA, next to a UFC mixed martial arts legend, Dan DeBees Severn. Let's go down the resume real quick. 93, 16, and 17 lifetime.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's when they started taking actual records of this kind of stuff. When did websites like SureDog and Full Contact Fighter even exist? It wasn't until several years after the UFC. So
Dan, if it's on the internet, it's the truth.
Yeah, right. When No Holds Barred hit the scene, I mean, I work for a lot of different companies. I figured they're probably off by as many as possibly 40 to 50 matches.
Well, at least 93 wins, probably closer to 115, 120.
I don't think so. The losses have burned a memory in me.
Well,
the victories.
Let's see, you've also got the UFC 5 tournament winner, UFC Tournament 4 tournament runner-up, Ultimate 95 winner, and a UFC Hall of Famer. Well, first of all, you were around when it was No Holds Barred. Well, first of all, it's his birthday, Dan. Cupcakes from all of your fans in the Mid-Atlantic region. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that they're not full of candles. I don't know if I can blow with that many candles.
Well, I didn't want to say your age. If they want to see that, they can go on the internet.
That's right. There you go. Well, I appreciate that, Paul. Thank you for the cupcakes. I will definitely be enjoying them later.
Please do. But you've been around since the No Holds Barred days. Talk to me about what you think the sport's like now. How do you like where it's going? Do you like where it is, or do you prefer where it was?
I know that when I first saw it, it really is captivating to watch the No Holds Barred aspect. I kept thinking, if this can survive in some form of what it was currently at that point in time, it was a very marketable just product. And I mean, I'd have buddies come by and they're like, I just stopped by for just a second. 3 hours later, they're pushing me off my own couch because they're getting so razzed up into watching, one of the matches and stuff like that. So, does it surprise me? No. But it still has not reached its full utopia yet. I think in another 3 to 5 years, when you see a WrestleMania style of event, a Super Bowl style of event of MMA, when you can rent out a football stadium and you have 100,000 plus people in attendance and then millions of people on that pay-per-view, then it will have arrived.
We mentioned WrestleMania. You've obviously also been active as a pro wrestler and NWA heavyweight champion at one point. Can mixed martial arts learn anything from pro wrestling promoters?
Sure can. I mean, a lot of just goes on just the marketing aspects. I mean, as much as what some people, I'm not a big fan of professional wrestling, but they're using professional wrestling as a business model. I mean, when you look at Shane McMahon, okay, there's a great example. Son to Vince. He has, from what I know so far, has left the family company right now, and I think is actually working in collaboration with the UFC right now and trying to get more international marketing, more distribution of their all the different merchandising and their content.
Moving off to a different subject, I've heard recently that you want to do 2 more fights, I believe. One, Ken Shamrock, and I think Mark Coleman was the other name you mentioned.
Well, those are, I actually have three more matches I would like to even be getting done. Now, I'm popping off matches in between those because some of these people are slow to come around here right now. But yes,
which guys are a little slow?
Well, I don't know if it's because of their age that they're a little slow, or just don't want to see what may happen in the end result. But no, I would like to do another match with Mark. I was in Afghanistan with him last year, and I had a chance to speak with him for about 7 to 10 days. And he's like, "Dad, I like this. I don't want to fight you, but for the right price, sure, I'll fight you." So I'm thinking, yeah, I'd like to do a match with Mark. I'd like to do a match with Ken. Again, it's no type of disrespect. I mean, there's a lot of people, they have regrets in life. They kind of wish they would have did this. They wish they would have done that. Well, I still know that I'm capable of doing things, and I don't want to have any regrets. It's kind of like this is my Dan Severn self-directed retirement tour. I was going to say really what the full name of it. I said, I'm calling it my Kiss My Ass tour. I mean, I'm going to be as blunt as that.
Absolutely.
A lot of people, they sometimes, they're like, well, why do you continue going there? Well, because I don't want to use the word enjoy, because I think anyone that would say that they actually enjoy fighting, I've never really enjoyed the fighting aspect. I always looked upon it as I'm a competitor, not a fighter. never was a fighter before. You know, I won't be after I leave this venue. I mean, I'm a very serious competitor. I'm competitor when just playing checkers. Of course, you can't headbutt anybody when you play checkers or kid you.
That's a frightening thought. Well, when you do retire, when you do finally get the last fight, hopefully it is once again on the big stage against Mark Jovich. Would love to see that in the UFC, right? I know you have a lot of business going on outside of the ring. Would you get more active in professional wrestling, or where would you be working?
Well, I would like to kind of do I'd like to finalize my MMA career, and then I would probably finalize my professional career, because as you said, I do have a lot more business interests, and that's what's just taking more and more over my time, and so that's why I look at that. I would rather exit on my terms as opposed to have some, young MMA fighter wreck me into retirement. So I mean, I know my pros and cons of what I bring to the table.
Well, let's get you into analyst mode a little bit. You're the first UFC heavyweight champion. Shane Carwin, Brock Lesnar is coming up here in a couple of weeks. What do you see going on in that fight? Who do you put your money on?
Well, I mean, it's an interesting fight to see right there. I mean, it's I don't know. A lot of people say it could be Brock Lesnar's true test. I mean, from what I've seen with Carwin, I mean, with his devastating win kind of over Frank Mir, got some really good hands right there. It's going to make for an interesting matchup. Who is actually going to win this? I don't know. I think the fans will be the true winners in this. I don't think you're going to see the takedowns actually overwhelming each other. I think it's going to be more like the strategy that they bring to the table. But I think both men are capable of stopping each other's shot. So now it's going to go to the secondary skills, and that meaning what's their stand-up game like.
Very political answer.
Very political answer.
We might see you running somewhere in Michigan.
Well, I doubt that one. I can't stand most politicians.
I don't blame you. You're here at Warrior Challenge 6.
Yes, it is.
You're doing a seminar tomorrow, I believe, with the grappling tournament.
Yes, I mean, I think prior to the grappling tournament really kicking off, I think we're slated for like 8:30 to 10:30 doing that. And it always depends on how late does this go. Sometimes I've been to certain seminars that start early in the morning, and it's just me there at times, just enjoying my cup of coffee, waiting for a few more buys to get in there. Normally, if they start closer to noon, your success ratio is a lot higher, because who goes out most of the time on a Friday night or Saturday night? The same demographics that will be coming to the seminar.
Well, Dan, I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming to Lancaster and Warrior Challenge, and thank you for spending some time with us.
Paul, thank you. Thanks for cupcakes.